I don't have that focus, that attention span. And when I stop doing this, everything changes. Unmotivated, right? You know that feeling when you have goals, dreams, plans, but your body just refuses to move? You sit there scrolling, overthinking, waiting for motivation to magically show up. But it doesn't. Here's the truth, no one tells you. Motivation is not something you wait for, it's something you create. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that using science, real life psychology, and simple daily hacks that actually work, and it worked for me also because I am also a lazy person. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you ever feel stuck, lazy, or completely unmotivated, which we all feel at some point in our life, this video is going to change the way you think about motivation forever. Because today, we're not talking about the same old just stay positive girl advices. No. We're diving into the real reason why you feel unmotivated and the practical ways to fix it. You're not lazy. Even if you think you are lazy, you are not. I'm telling you, your brain is efficient. Your brain is wired to avoid efforts and save energy. So if a task feels too uncomfortable or big, it hits the brake. Here are 3 reasons you feel unmotivated. Number 1, decision fatigue. Too many choices and no action. So, when you have a lot of choices, like for example, if you have 5 dresses in front of you, you have so many choices to choose from. Now, you're just thinking what I have to choose, what will I choose, how I'm gonna choose. They all look so beautiful, but you're not gonna buy all. You cannot buy all. Okay, so when this happens, because it is a problem of our daily life, then you have to be quick, you have to be fast. And don't make anyone else take decisions for you. It's your life, your decisions, even if it's a very small, insignificant decision, you have to make it. Because starting from a simple and easier decisions, your brain will going to lead you to bigger decisions also, that you can also take them. And the second thing is that lack of clarity. Why you're having decision fatigue is because you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know from where to start. You don't know how to do some things. Okay? Have clarity in your mind. Know from where you start. If you don't know, we all have been there in our lives that at some places we don't know where to start from. Then ask. Ask someone intelligent. Ask someone who is intellectual in your circle, in your surrounding, your professor, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, even the younger sister and brothers maybe can be more, intellectual or more good in the work that you're doing for the first time. They maybe have done it before. So they can lead you, they can tell you that what you should do next or from where you can start something. So at least ask 3 people for your problem. At least. If you have more people, do not go to everyone. Everyone is not your type. Understand what person understands you. Only after that you can share your decision, your ideas, your problems, your worries to that person, and then they will advise you, they will guide you, they will tell you what to do next. Now, the third thing is delayed reward. Your brain doesn't see any instant benefits. It was like, what? I'm not gonna do this because I haven't seen anything. It's useless. Your brain is like, I want instant results. Where are the results? Because we all are, very impatient. So you have to tell your brain at first place, because not everything has instant effects. For example, if you go to gym, you don't see any instant effects in a week. It will take few weeks, maybe months to be in figure, to have good shape, would have you're not going to have body in one day or good figure in one day. So what you can do is you need to ask yourself that why I'm doing it. Your why has to be very strong, that why you're doing it, to be more healthier, to look more beautiful, to be more presentable, you're losing weight, or for having other reasons you can lose weight for any medical purpose. You can lose weight. So your why has to be very strong in order to be motivated. Second thing is that tell your brain every day that why you're doing this. You have to train your brain in one direction or in whatever direction you want to take your brain to. If you want to be a good student, you have to tell your brain that I have to study. You're the master of your brain. Your brain is not your master. So you have to tell your brain every day that I will study no matter what. No matter how lazy I feel, no matter how unmotivated I feel, I am going to study. I am going to go to the gym. I am going to talk to this person today that I'm delaying. I will done this work no matter what. Be dominant, okay? I'm not saying in harsh way, but be dominant in a positive way. And here's a powerful fact. Your brain releases dopamine not when you achieve something, but when it expects progress. That means if you don't start, your brain never gets that motivation signal. So you have to start and be clear about whatever you do. Now, the second thing that I also do, the 2-minute ignition rule. Instead of forcing yourself to do everything, just do 2 minutes. Not 10 minutes, not 30 minutes, just 2 minutes, because starting is the hardest part. When you begin, your brain shifts from resistance to momentum. It's like pushing a car, hard at first, but easier once it starts moving. So if you don't want to study, just take your book, study for 2 minutes. Yeah, set the timer, study for 2 minutes. 1 page, 2 page, that's it. The tiny start, activate your brain that now I'm studying and I want to study. Second most important thing, change your environment and it changes your energy. That's something I learned after a very, after a long time, that I used to study in my bed and I still do it sometimes, because whenever I study, I feel sleepy. I want to sleep and I literally sleep while I was studying. After 2 hours, after 1 hour, I don't have that focus, that attention span. And when I stop doing this, everything changes. I feel more motivated and I feel that I'm focused. I feel that yes, I am achieving what I want to achieve as a student. If your bed is right next to you, you feel sleepy. If your phone is in your hand, you'll scroll. If your space is messy, your brain feels overwhelmed. So instead of fighting yourself, change your surrounding. Try this. Put your phone in another room. Sit in a different place to study. Here you will say that I don't have any separate dedicated place. I only have my bed in my room. We share a room with our siblings, or our family sleeps in one room, something like that. If you have any of these reasons, you can dedicate a simple place to study in a room. No matter how small is your room, just dedicate a space. If you like to study, or if you don't have a study table, you can sit on the floor. If you say that I cannot even sit on the floor, then you can sit on one side of the bed or one side of the table. Choose one dedicated place to study there. Choose one place to sleep and one place to eat. So what I used to do, because I have seen some people who have very, very limited attention span, or they cannot focus for like maybe not more than 30 minutes. They cannot focus, or maybe 20 minutes. So their focus is so, small. So what you can do is, I used to listen when I am practicing this focus or concentration thing. I used to listen to binaural tones. They are some frequencies which make your brain focus on studies. And I will put the link in the description what I used to listen, and you can put your headphones or hand-frees or AirPods, whatever you have, and then you can study. So it will, enhances your focus and attention span. Your brain responds to cues, not willpower. So create those cues, those triggers to tell your brain that I am studying now. to get it motivated and activated. So most people think I'll act when I feel motivated, but successful people flip it. They act first and then activation follows the action. Here's a psychological loop: action, progress, dopamine, motivation, and more action. So, this is the code that you have to crack. Now, you know what? Your brain loves winning. So, instead of setting huge goals, break them into milestones or tiny winnable steps. I need to fix my life. It's so big. But I'll organize my desk. I'll reply to an email. Each small win releases dopamine and builds momentum. This is how you train your brain to enjoy productivity. So, you know what? Here's something powerful. The reason you procrastinate is because your brain sees your future self as a stranger. So, when you delay work, you're basically dumping your responsibility on someone you don't feel connected to. Fix this by making your future self real. Visualize where you want to be in 1 year. Write a letter from your future self. Ask, would my future self thank me for this? This builds emotional connection and increases motivation instantly. So sometimes you're not unmotivated, you're just low on energy. You don't feel energetic. And nobody talks about it. So motivation depends on sleep, nutrition, movement. Try this quick reset. Drink water, take a 5-minute walk, stretch your body, and you'll be surprised how quickly your motivation comes back. Because it was never motivation, it was energy. Sometimes you don't feel energetic. Listen carefully. You don't need motivation to start. You need a system that works even when you don't feel like it. Because the people who succeed in life aren't the most motivated one. They're the one who show up anyway. Even on bad days, even when it's hard, even when they don't feel ready. That's the difference. If this video helped you even a little bit, don't just watch and forget. Pick one thing from this video and apply it today. Comment below which one small action you're going to take right now. And if you want more real practical content like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notification, because we're not just watching videos, we're building a better version of ourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.